Hello everyone, welcome to the Art Lab in a Box. My name is Sam and I have my awesome box ready to go. I'm gonna open it up and let's see what we need inside. We are going to be making a rainbow layered birthday cake keychain with an extra piece of cake, little pin thing, and this is what you need. You need your piece of parchment paper, your clay pieces, your pin and your keychain here, your bottle of glue, this little bag that has some pipe cleaners and different decorations in it, and you're going to need this butter knife. Okay, we are going to be baking this so that it gets hard and it will be nice and strong for our keychain. So when it's time, you can get an adult to help you, but these are the things we need for now. Go ahead, get this ready, and press play when you're ready to start. Okay, the first thing we're gonna wanna do is we are gonna wanna spread out our piece of parchment paper. This is to avoid sticking with your clay so that it will turn out nicely. All right, so the first thing we wanna do is we want to roll every color you have into a ball. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. The first thing you want to do is you want to take a piece of clay and you want to roll it into a ball. Like this. And you want to do that with every piece that you have. If your clay is a little bit hard, you just have to move it around, squish it around, and it will warm up and be easier to mold. So go ahead, press pause, and roll 7 balls of each color of your clay. Okay, I have all of my balls rolled and ready to go. I'm gonna move my white one off to the side, and then I'm gonna look at my different rolled balls and I'm gonna find which one is the biggest. So the biggest one for me is this green color. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take a pinch off it, just about that much, just a little piece. I'm gonna roll this back in a ball, and I'm just gonna save this for something else later. There we go. Okay, go ahead, press pause, and pull off a little piece of one of your big ball colors. Okay, I'm gonna move this small one off to the side with my white. This is gonna be for decorating the top of my cake later. Now, what I wanna do is using the bottom of my glue container, the one that looks like this, I'm gonna squish down each one of my balls so that it's the same size as my container. So just pushing down like this. See how I kind of squished it so it's the same size as the bottom? That's gonna be one of the layers of my cake. So one side's probably gonna have like a rounded kind of edge to it. I'm gonna flip it over like that. Okay, and then each one of your balls, take your bottle and just squish it down until it becomes the same size as the bottom of the bottle. It doesn't have to be perfect, but about that size, so it's the same circumference. There we go. I have another one. I'm gonna do it to all the colors. Okay, go ahead, press pause, and squish down all of your balls. All right, now that I have squished down all of my balls, I have all of these circles that are the same shape. Now it's gonna be time to layer them on top of each other. You can do them in whatever order you want. You can do the order of the rainbow, kind of like, I know this is pink, not red, but like pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. That's what I think I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna have purple on the bottom. I'm gonna put a blue, green, yellow, orange, and then pink at the top. So now my cake is looking something like this. Fuzzy on it. There you go. Look at my clay hands. I have stained hands because I've been doing art all day. Okay, go ahead, press pause, and make your little stack of cakes. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we wanna add on the fondant. If you don't know what fondant is, it's kind of like that stuff that covers the cake, almost like an icing, but it's a little bit thicker. But what we're going to need to do that is our white piece. It's time to use our white piece. And I'm going to, once again, use the bottle to squish it down. Like that, just to get it started. Flip it over so it's flat. I got a little green on there. I'm not too worried about it. And then I'm gonna use a marker. You can use a mini rolling pin. A marker works perfectly fine though, anything that's kind of a cylinder shape. And I'm gonna roll out my fondant or my icing because I'm eventually going to be covering my cake. So I'm just kind of stretching this out. Rolling it out. That's why it's good that we're doing it on the parchment paper. If you did it directly on a table, it might stick a little bit. But there you go. So I have that ready to go. Using my fingers, I'm going to stretch it out just a touch. And then I'm going to put it on top of my cake like this. And I'm slowly going to form it around the edges, bringing it to the bottom of the cake. So I'm just kind of covering the whole top, like icing or fondant or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna squish it all the way down to the bottom, like this. And then I'm just gonna use my knife, my butter knife, to trim around the edges to get off any extra icing we don't need. Just like that. Perfect, so it kind of looks like a marshmallow now, like that. Maybe I'm just gonna roll it on its side a bit, just to even it out. Perfect. Here we go. There is my cake so far. We are gonna be cutting a slice out of it so that we can you know, see the colors on the inside, but that is the next step. So go ahead, press pause, spread out your white clay, roll it out with a marker, put it over top, and cover your cake like this, okay? And then press play when you're done. Right, now that we are done this part, I am going to add on my keychain. I want to add it on now because I don't want to be squishing it into my cake once I have all my decorations on it and stuff. So you're gonna take this little circle piece here, you're gonna find the side of your cake, and you're just gonna kind of shove this ring in to the edge on the side. This, you might have to wiggle it, get it in there, stick it all the way in your clay like that. And if you have to use your fingers to close the clay up around the sides, go ahead. There you go, so it's nice and tight in there. All right, so go ahead, press pause, and add on your keychain. All right, my keychain is in. Now I'm going to just squish my cake down a little bit just to give it a more cake shape like this. Okay, if you want to keep yours a taller cake, that's fine. Keep it taller. I just felt like kind of squishing mine down a little bit. It felt a little bit tall. Now the next decoration I'm going to add on is that extra piece of clay I pulled off in the beginning. You want to take that and you want to kind of roll it into a snake. Roll mine into a snake. You can do it on the table like this. And I'm gonna just kind of wrap it around the top like that, kind of like a icing streak. So I just measured it. It's a little short. I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. I'm gonna go right over top of the keychain, connect it together like a circle. go. You can do yours like a swirl across the top if you want. You can do it however you like. This is just what I'm gonna do to add a little bit more detail. And I love it. So far, it's looking like a cake. All right, go ahead, press pause and add your little circle detail around the edges. You could do swirls, you can do whatever you want, all right? Start to add in that extra piece of clay, however you like. Okay, now that I have that together, I am going to get out my 3 pipe cleaners. And I'm just gonna stick them in for candles. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. All right, there we go. I stuck in my candles. They are looking good. You can go ahead, press pause, add your candles now. Okay, now that we have our candles in, they are nice and stuck in there and secure. Now we can use our decorations here and decorate the top. I'm gonna pour a little bit on the side actually, just like that. And then I'm gonna one at a time press it into the clay. Because if you press it into the clay, it won't come out. Okay. I think that's good for me. I don't want to add too much. Less is more. Check it out. All right, go ahead, add your decorations to the top of your cake and press play when you're ready for the next step, which I'm really excited about. All right, now that I am done my keychain, now it's time to cut a slice. All right, so I'm gonna cut a slice out. So I wanna make sure that I don't cut my keychain off, okay? So we're gonna put this at one side, and then we're just gonna kind of choose a spot, and we're gonna cut a slice out, slowly cutting into it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make a mark of where I'm gonna cut it out, like this. So I'm gonna measure it like that. Maybe I'll cut it down. Cut a nice cake, probably like a quarter piece of it. If you have something sharper to cut your cake with, you can do that. Okay, so now the next step is going to be to bake our little cake. So what you need to do now is put it in the oven at 200 degrees for 15 minutes, okay? So have an adult help you with this part. Put this and this into the oven for 200 degrees for 15 minutes, okay? And then meet me back here when you're ready. Here we have it. I ended up making 2 of them, a pink one and a green one. It's nice and solid. I can bang it around on my keys. It should be nice and safe. And then you need to find a hot glue or something you can glue, a strong glue, something, I don't know. I don't like to include things that are dangerous in the box, which could be, you know, certain types of glue that are strong enough, like super glue, to hold this. So this thing is to put that together, but it's up to you. Good job, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I had so much fun making art with you. And until the next time, see you later. Bye.